The invoice looked ordinary.
Shenzhen, China.
Industrial water
The
pumps,
pumps
quantity
were standard
8 units. Origin, Ohio, United States. Destination, Shenzhen, China.
Industrial
On paper,
equipment,
it was
the
just
kind
another
used in
export
chemical
order, one of
processing
thousands
plants and
processed every day by American
manufacturing
manufacturers
operations
supplying
worldwide. Except these
global
pumps
industry.
weren't standard at
Chemical
all.
plants,
They were
semiconductor
specialized
fabrication facilities, water treatment systems. But something wasn't right. The pumps were
High-speed
labeled as
centrifuge
standard
components.
industrial models,
The same
yet buried in the
technology
technical
used to enrich
specifications
uranium for
were
nuclear
subtle
weapons.
modifications,
The
reinforced
trading
rotors,
firm in
ultra-high
Shenzhen
tolerance bearings, precision-balanced assemblies capable of extreme rotational velocity.
was a front company
These were not
controlled by
ordinary
Iran's
pumps.
Islamic
They were
Revolutionary Guard Corps.
centrifuge-grade components,
And
the
the
kind
American
capable of spinning
manufacturer
at
had been
speeds
deceived.
required for uranium enrichment. Inside an FBI field office, analysts had
into
been watching a
becoming an
pattern
unwitting
form for
supplier
nearly
to
2
Iran's
years.
nuclear
It began
weapons
as
program.
statistical noise,
The
small
FBI had
shipments
been-
of dual-use equipment routed through Chinese trading companies. Nothing illegal
Been tracking
individually,
this
nothing
procurement
that triggered
network for
automatic
22
export
months.
controls.
They
but
had
together,
identified
it formed a
14
picture.
Chinese front
14
companies
recently
funneling
established
dual-use
trading firms in
technology
China,
to Iran.
all less than
They
5
had mapped
years
a
old,
web of
all purchasing highly specialized American-made equipment, all routing shipments
American
through Dubai or
exporters and
Malaysia,
financial
and behind them,
institutions
a
manipulated
procurement
into
structure
facilitating
controlled by
illegal
Iran's
transfers.
Islamic Revolutionary
They
Guard
had
Corps.
documented
For 22 months,
847
the FBI
shipments.
tracked shipments, 847 documented transfers worth over $340 million, high-strength aluminum, precision bearings,
and they
vacuum
had 7
systems,
days
control
before the most
electronics.
critical shipment
Each shipment
yet.
alone was harmless.
Specialized vacuum
Together,
equipment
they
is
were
sent-
building something, an enrichment capability. Then came the alert. A
Central
compliance
Port
officer in
uranium
Pennsylvania
enrichment
noticed a
was
shipping
scheduled to
change.
leave
A
American
long-standing
soil.
Chinese
If that
customer
equipment
suddenly
reached Iran,
rerouted deliveries to a freight
intelligence
forwarder in
assessments
Dubai,
indicated the
a
Islamic
known
Republic
sanctions
could
evasion
achieve
hub.
weapons.
She reported it. That decision triggered everything. Financial tracing
Grade
revealed payments
uranium
linked to
enrichment
sanctioned
within
Iranian
18
entities,
months.
shell
This is how
corporations
the
in Hong Kong,
FBI
layered
dismantled an
trusts in
Iranian
Singapore,
nuclear
nominee
procurement
directors
network
masking
that
beneficial ownership. The Chinese company was a front, and it wasn't alone. The investigation had been
In March
patient,
2022,
methodical, but now
an export
urgency
compliance
replaced
manager at a
observation.
precision-
A new
a
shipment
Chinese
had been
customer
identified,
that had been ordering
specialized
specialty
vacuum
valves for
equipment
3
manufactured in Ohio. Unlike previous dual-use components, this equipment had
years
only one
had changed
meaningful
their
application:
shipping instructions.
uranium enrichment.
Previous orders had
If it
been
reached
delivered
Iran's
to an
Fordo
industrial
underground
park in
facility,
Guangzhou.
intelligence estimates
Now,
warned
the
enrichment timelines could accelerate dramatically. The shipment was scheduled to depart the port of Long
Wanted
Beach in
shipments
7
sent
days.
to a freight
7
forwarding
days
company
before a
in
technological
Dubai.
leap
Dubai
that could
was a
shift
known
geopolitical
transit point
stability.
for sanctions
7
evasion.
days before
The
a point of
compliant-
no return. The FBI gave the operation a name: Operation
Export
Atomic Shield.
control team
and
examined the
clock
Chinese
started
customer
ticking.
more closely.
The IRGC
They
had
found
refined its
discrepancies.
procurement strategy over
The custom-
decades of sanctions pressure. They never ordered complete systems. They ordered pieces.
Shenzhen,
A vacuum
China.
pump here,
The pumps
specialty
were
alloys
standard-
there, electronic cascade controllers months later. Individually, each item
Industrial
passed
equipment,
compliance review.
the kind used
Export
in chemical
classifications were
processing
technically
plants and
correct.
manufacturing
Documentation
operations
appeared
worldwide.
clean.
Except these
deception
pumps weren't
was
standard at
architectural.
all. They were
14
specialized
Chinese trading companies operated as acquisition nodes. Each maintained professional
high-speed
websites.
centrifuge
Each
components.
responded to technical
The same
inquiries.
technology
Each
used to
appeared
enrich
legitimate
uranium
during
for
surface
nuclear
level due
weapons.
diligence.
The
They
trading
paid premium
firm
prices.
in
They
Shenzhen
didn't negotiate. That alone should have raised suspicion. But in global trade, speed and
was a front
margin
company
often
controlled
override
by
instinct.
Iran's Islamic
FBI
Revolutionary
financial
Guard
analysts
Corps.
followed the money.
And the American
Funds originated in
manufacturer had
accounts
been
tied to
deceived.
entities already sanctioned for supporting Iran's nuclear program. Transactions were
Into
layered
becoming an
through regional
unwitting
banks in
supplier to
Southeast
Iran's
Asia.
nuclear
Currency
weapons
conversions
program.
obscured
The
origin
FBI
trails.
had been
Meanwhile, logistics moved through freight forwarders in Dubai, specialists
been
in
tracking this
re-exporting
procurement
goods.
network for
By
22
reconstructing
months.
shipment data,
They had identified
investigators
14
identified
Chinese
67
front
American
companies funneling
manufacturers
dual-use
unknowingly
technology
supplying
to
the
Iran.
network.
They
None
had
believed
mapped a
they were
web of
aiding a nuclear program. Most had followed existing compliance protocols. but
American
compliance procedures
exporters
were
and
built for
financial
obvious violations,
institutions
not
manipulated
slow,
into facilitating
distributed
illegal
acquisition.
transfers.
Then came
They
a darker
had
discovery.
documented
Not everyone was
847
unwitting.
shipments.
12 American citizens had knowingly participated. 3 export executives who
controlled
falsified
technology
end-user
worth
certificates,
$340
4
million.
engineers who quietly
And they
advised
had
Iranian
7 days before the
intermediaries on
most
sourcing
critical
American
shipment yet.
components, 3
Specialized
freight
vacuum
forwarders who
equipment to
managed diversion routes, 2 financial professionals who concealed the true origin of
Central
payments.
for uranium
Encrypted
enrichment
messages
was
revealed
scheduled to
explicit
leave
discussions of
American soil.
Iranian end
If
users.
that equipment
They weren't
reached
careless.
Iran,
they were compensated.
intelligence assessments
Payments ranged from
indicated the Islamic
$50,000
Republic
to
could
$2.4
achieve
million.
weapons
For years, the system worked. Centrifuge efficiency inside Iran
grade uranium
improved,
enrichment
production
within
capacity
18
expanded,
months.
the timeline
This is
to
how the
weapons-grade
FBI
materials shortened,
dismantled
and
an
American
Iranian
technology
nuclear
designed for
procurement
industry
network that
quietly advanced enrichment capability beneath a mountain in Fordo. By August
suspicion.
2024,
In March
intelligence intercepts
2022,
revealed something
an export
alarming.
compliance
The next
manager at a
shipment
precision-
wasn't incremental,
a Chinese
it was
customer that
transformative.
had been ordering specialty
Vacuum
valves
systems
for 3 years.
specifically configured for high-speed centrifuge cascades. If installed,
Years
enrichment
had
output could
changed
increase
their
by nearly
shipping
40%.
Previous
Unlike
orders
previous
had been delivered
exports,
to an
this
industrial
equipment
park
had no
in
plausible
Guangzhou.
civilian explanation.
Now, the customer-
front company claimed semiconductor use. FBI technical experts disagreed.
Wanted
This was
shipments
nuclear
sent to a
infrastructure,
freight forwarding
and it was
company
days
in
from
Dubai.
leaving U.S. soil.
Dubai was a known
Observation
transit
phase
point
was
for
over.
sanctions evasion.
Disruption
The
phase
compliance
began.
Operation Atomic Shield required perfect timing, multiple
export
objectives,
control team
one
examined the Chinese
synchronized
customer
strike.
more closely.
First,
They
intercept
found
the shipment.
discrepancies.
Second,
The custom-
dismantle the front companies. Third, arrest American collaborators. Fourth,
Arut in
freeze
Shenzhen,
international
China.
financial
The
channels.
pumps were
all
standard-
within hours. The seizure came first. Customs officers at the port of Long Beach
industrial
quietly
equipment,
flagged the container
the kind
before
used
loading.
in chemical
FBI
processing
agents
plants and
secured the cargo
manufacturing
under sealed
operations
authority.
worldwide.
The equipment
Except
was
these pumps
transferred to a
weren't
secure
standard at all.
facility.
They were
Defense Department
specialized
specialists confirmed what analysts already knew. The vacuum systems matched known
high-speed
centrifuge specifications
components.
used in Iranian
The same
enrichment
technology
operations.
used to enrich
Had they
uranium
reached
for
Fordo,
nuclear weapons.
capacity could have surged
trading
dramatically.
firm in
Meanwhile,
Shenzhen-
arrest teams mobilized. 5 a.m. Eastern Time. In Houston, an export executive was
front
detained at
company
his
controlled
residence.
by Iran's
Digital
Islamic
forensics recovered
Revolutionary
encrypted
Guard
communications in
And the
detailed
American
shipment records
manufacturer
spanning
had
4
been
years.
deceived.
In Los Angeles, a freight logistics manager was taken into custody. His
becoming
documentation
an
mapped
unwitting
diversion routes
supplier
through
to
Dubai
Iran's
and Malaysia.
nuclear weapons
In
program.
New York, a banker
The
was arrested
FBI had
entering
been-
his office. Financial records showed systematic concealment of sanctioned Iranian
Been
funds.
tracking this procurement
Across 8
network
states,
for
all
22
12
months.
targets were
They had
secured within
identified
90 seconds of
14
coordinated
Chinese
entry.
front companies
Simultaneously,
funneling dual-use
Treasury's
technology
Office
to
of Foreign
Iran.
Assets Control
They had
issued
mapped a web of
emergency
Amer-
sanctions. 14 Chinese front companies designated. 34
American
supporting entities
exporters and
identified.
financial
Nearly
institutions
$890
manipulated into
million in
facilitating
assets
illegal
frozen.
transfers.
International
They had
cooperation
documented
activated.
847
Authorities in Dubai
shipments
raided
of-
freight offices. Malaysian financial accounts were locked. Warehouses inspected. The
controlled
network's
technology
infrastructure
worth
began collapsing in real
$340
time.
million.
For the
And they
IRGC
had
officers
7
managing
days before the
procurement,
most critical
communication
shipment
lines
yet.
suddenly went silent.
Specialized
Bank
vacuum
accounts
equipment to
inaccessible. Suppliers unreachable. Years of careful construction erased in a
for
morning.
uranium
By
enrichment
8 a.m., the
was
procurement
scheduled to
network
leave
that had
American
operated
soil.
for nearly
If
5
that
years
equipment
no
reached
longer
Iran,
functioned.
Intelligence
The prosecutions
assessments indicated
exposed
the Islamic
the scale
Republic
of
could
betrayal.
achieve weapons
10 defendants pleaded guilty. 2 chose trial. Both were convicted on all counts.
grade uranium
Sentences
enrichment
ranged from
within
8 to
18
25
months.
years in
This
federal
is how
prison.
the
But the
FBI
consequences
dismantled an
extended
Iranian
beyond prison
nuclear
terms.
procurement network
67
that
American companies learned their products had been diverted into a nuclear weapons development
Officer
pipeline.
suspicion.
Many
In
had
March
complied with existing
2022,
regulations,
an
yet
export
they faced
compliance
penalties,
manager at a
reputational
a
damage,
Chinese
shareholder
customer that had
scrutiny.
been ordering specialty
Export
valves for
compliance
3
was
years.
no longer a bureaucratic formality. It became a strategic necessity. Congressional
had changed
oversight
their
committees
shipping
were briefed on
instructions.
classified
Previous
assessments.
orders had
The
been delivered
conclusion
to
was
an
stark.
industrial park
Had
in
the intercepted
Guangzhou.
equipment reached
Now,
Iran,
the customer-
weapons-grade enrichment could have accelerated within 18 months.
The seizure likely
Wanted
delayed that
shipments
capability
sent
by
to a freight
years.
forwarding company
Diplomatic
in
fallout
Dubai.
followed.
Dubai
Allied
was a known
nations
transit
enhanced
point
export
for sanctions
screening.
evasion.
Information
The
sharing
compliant-
frameworks expanded. China's role remained diplomatically sensitive, but pressure
Export
mounted
control
behind closed
team
doors.
examined the Chinese
Intelligence
customer more
agencies
closely.
exploited seized
They found
communications.
discrepancies.
Parallel procurement
The
networks in Europe and Asia were identified. Additional front companies flagged. The operations
Shenzhen,
intelligence yield
China.
extended far
The pumps
beyond a
were
single
standard-
shipment. Yet analysts understood a difficult truth. Procurement networks adapt.
Industrial equipment,
Disruption is
the
not
kind used in
elimination.
chemical
Within
processing
months,
plants
signals
and
indicated
manufacturing
new front
operations
companies
worldwide.
forming, new
Except
transit
these
routes,
pumps weren't
revised
standard
cover
at all.
stories.
They were
The strategy
specialized
remained the same: acquire components quietly, avoid detection thresholds,
high-speed
exploit
centrifuge
global trade
components.
complexity.
The same
battle
technology
would
used to
continue.
enrich uranium
Iran's
for nuclear
program
weapons.
did not disappear.
The trading
Enrichment
firm in
continued.
Shenzhen
Advanced centrifuges evolved. Procurement efforts resumed. More cautious, more
was a front
compartmentalized.
company controlled
but
by
Operation
Iran's
Atomic
Islamic
Shield
Revolutionary
changed
Guard
the equation.
Corps.
Every
And
shipment
the American
intercepted adds
manufacturer
time.
had been
Every
deceived.
network dismantled wastes years of planning. Every arrest sends a message.
Into becoming an
Counterproliferation
unwitting
is
supplier
rarely
to Iran's
dramatic.
nuclear
There are no
weapons
public
program.
celebrations,
The
no visible
FBI had
victories,
been
just analysts reviewing transaction data at 2 a.m., compliance officers
tracking this
asking
procurement
uncomfortable
network
questions,
for
agents
22
tracking
months.
anomalies
They
hidden
had
in
identified
spreadsheets.
14
Somewhere
Chinese
right now,
front
a
companies
procurement
funneling
officer is
dual-use
drafting a purchase
technology to
order.
Iran.
The front company looks
had mapped a
legitimate.
web of
The paperwork appears clean. The story sounds convincing. And somewhere else,
American
an analyst
exporters
is
and
examining
financial
patterns,
institutions
searching for
manipulated
irregular
into
routing,
facilitating
unusual
illegal
pricing,
transfers.
subtle
They
inconsistencies.
had
That
documented
is where prevention begins.
847 shipments.
Operation Atomic Shield did not end a nuclear program, but it delayed it, complicated it,
Controlled
made it more
technology
expensive.
worth
In nuclear
$340
diplomacy,
million.
time matters.
And they had
Months
7
create
days
space for
before the most
negotiation.
critical shipment
Years
yet.
create space for
Specialized
stability.
vacuum
7
equipment to
days
send-
stood between a shipment and a strategic shift. 7 days changed the
Control for
outcome.
uranium
And in the
enrichment
quiet offices
was
where these
scheduled to
battles
leave
unfold,
American soil.
the work
If
continues.
that equipment reached
Unseen,
Iran,
methodical,
intelligence
relentless.
assessments indicated
Because the
the
next
Islamic
invoice
Republic
is
could
already
achieve
being
weapons
processed, and the next investigation has already begun.